Hello, I'm Aidon, and I will be playing Gabriel Monroe, the Finnblood, he, him.
Hello, I am Aubrey, and I will be playing Alannah, also the Thin Blood. We both use she, her pronouns.
Hello, I'm Solomon, and I will also be playing a Thin Blood. We both use he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Termite, and I'll be playing Ivy, still a Thin Blood. We both use she, her.
Hi, I'm Lux. I am playing Baron Bane. He goes by he, him, and so do I.
And I am Legacy. I will be your storyteller for the evening. Now, when we last left off, it was New Year's Eve. The four of you had different obligations, different commitments throughout the night. We were given introductions to our lovely, intrepid coterie of Thin Bloods. Some of you were working, some of you were partying, and some of you were just trying to get by for one more night. Often faced with isolation and loneliness, you all sought comfort with one another the next day at the tattoo shop that Alannah works at. When given the news that people were buying up properties all about London, the strip that you work at, Alannah, being the latest victim of buyout. You've gotten some news that there might be a Sabbat presence. You were given some information on where to find specific substances. You made new friends, rekindled with old ones, and some of us had to deal with the consequences of being what we are and keeping who we love in the shadows. Tonight, we continue our evening of New Year's Day. You're still at the tattoo shop, and you had all made plans to kind of split off and go about different tasks to kind of begin to piece together what is going on in the city. I believe that two of you were going to investigate this Bane individual who's buying up the strip, and some of you were going to pay a visit to Big Mike.
That sounds right to me.
Yep.
We are going to start after you all say your goodbyes and whatnot. We're gonna start with Alannah and Alexander. You two split off from the others as one goes to the left and the other group goes to the right. London is large. There's a lot of ground to cover, not enough hours in the night to do it all. How are you two currently feeling with the information that you were given about events, things that are up and coming, and potentially messing with money and business, especially for you, Alannah?
Yeah, it kind of does fill me with a bit of that nervous energy. Probably like got I'm not going to say necessarily a bounce in my step, but, the way you walk when you're nervous, fidgeting, and even when walking in a direction, seeming unable to stand still.
Right. It's, it can be a lot to process. And how is Alexander feeling? You were actually given an invitation to join someone at a at a place called the Iron Maiden, literally 24 hours ago. And then kind of thrusted upon all of this different information.
Alexander is getting to the point where he is a little bit perturbed and a little bit more paranoid. He has to be at least a little paranoid for his job, given that he tends to run packages for unsavory elements. But with all of this new information that's just coming in all at once, it's getting to where he's feeling basically like if he doesn't do a whole lot right now, he and his friends are going to get swallowed up. So he's very fidgety at the moment.
Sure. We shift. Evening time. January 1st, 2024. At about 10:30 p.m. You're standing outside of an abandoned flat. It's old and broken and down an abandoned alleyway in Camden. Tattered with wear and tear from over the years, and many would find themselves being unease being around a house in this condition. But to Alex and Alannah, you've recently been here, actually. The home, palace of Big Mike. Court of Shadows representative. It's always had it sunken in deep depths. Some would call this a hideout, possibly even a haven for those who are a bit more looking for an edge to get on the up and up. As you approach and knock on the door, a minute goes by, then 2, then 3. And as soon as you're about to cut your losses, the same man as before opens the door. Giant and imposing, with alabaster skin and a bald head, and just by looking at his frame, you are reminded why he is called Big Mike. He stares down at you for a moment, silent, imposing, almost an air of intimidation just by being around his presence.
Are you going to let us in, or are you going to stand here all night?
You bring Broad back to my place. What do you need?
I'm his backup.
Okay.
Information again. As usual.
And what does it you offer me?
Bit more information in turn, and of course, the usual.
What information are you looking for? Small child.
Bit more information on some of the ones coming in.
You're going to have to be a bit more specific. Lots of people coming in. Ugh. And he visibly rolls his eyes and steps to the side and gestures for the two of you to come in.
And he will immediately head on inside.
Yeah, I will follow.
No
All right.
seats taken, though.
Okay. The inside of this palace is matching the vibe of the outside. A lot of the furniture is worn, torn. It looks like it needed to be replaced about 30 years ago. The only thing that kind of stands out is towards the back of the kind of living room area. There seems to be a room that radiates the lights of different shades of like blues, greens, and reds. You can see the lights kind of peeking out from underneath the door frame with that little tiny crack that allows them to open and close as needed. The counters are barren and have slight blood stains on them. they smell not so fresh. You can tell that there's just kind of a sense of why bother cleaning up this place if maybe some of the different walks of life come through, for lack of a better term. He does offer you a place to sit. The couch is probably the newest piece of furniture that there is, and it still looks like it hasn't been cleaned since the early 2000s. Okay, what about Sabat do you want to know? They come in, they fuck up our lives, they leave. The end.
Any idea on how many are coming in? Or if any of them are actually here already?
I can almost assure you, if there are a rumor of Sabat, there are already Sabat. They are like plague. You hear about it, it's already too late. Same thing with all other sects. They're like flies to honey. Yeah, place is big and hasn't had a real presence of anything in years, so it does not surprise me that many are trying to come in. I have not heard of many intruders, but if you give me 10-15 minutes, I can talk to a colleague, see if I can get any more information.
That works for me. Got another talking point, though.
Well,
some asshole named Bane is buying up a whole lot of property in London.
oh, son of a bitch is back. Wonderful.
Oh, good. He was here before.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, don't worry. Bane, lovely gentleman. Work with him many time. Kind of asshole, but what do you expect? Everybody in our kind is asshole, right?
That's what I figured. With someone flinging that much money around, does he tower? Or
No. How much do tiny men and broad know about different sects?
I mean, I've had the talk.
And I've had the secondhand talk.
Oh, well, wonderful. That is great if we're talking about sex, but we're talking about politics, and he air quotes the word politics.
Yeah.
Been told power, Camarilla, not great. Anarchs, also not great. And avoid Sabat. It's pretty much what I've been told.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whoever gave you talk before this is right about two things. Kind of all three. All three of those groups kind of assholes one way or another. Two more assholes than one. Avoid Sabat with 10-foot pole if you can help it. Unfortunately, if there are people coming in, that might be a little hard. But just be like Big Mike. Just tell them to go fuck off, and you'll be okay. Or dead. Probably dead.
Probably
no
dead.
offense. No offense, Tiny Broad.
Yeah, no, none taken.
Yeah. But, Camarilla suck. Anarch also suck. Less suck, though. Sabat, if you know that there are Sabats there, it is already too late. I do not know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I give it to you full truth. No bullshit. I don't have time for this bullshit. Let me go and talk to Associate about who may not be here. And He sits up from the seat that he was sitting in, and he begins to walk, and his steps are heavy every time he makes one. He either's making it with purpose or he's Big Mike. And it's a little bit hard to tell. But he leaves the two of you alone in his palace.
So I don't know if you've ever, specified. What do you give him in return?
Depends. Sometimes it's just any information that I've heard. Sometimes I do, jobs. Whatever he needs.
Okay.
Cash is kind of a moot point for some of these people.
Yeah, when you live thousands of years, what value does money hold?
Yeah.
You just put it in a bank and let it accrue interest for about 1,500 years.
Yeah, they're not exactly going to be running down to Tesco's anytime soon.
Oh, God. Yeah, I guess I really haven't processed that, grocery. I mean, I guess I have processed that grocery shopping's not a thing I'm going to be doing that much anymore. And that saves me money, but I don't know, it feels weird. Kind of miss it.
I get that. But there's a lot of things that I figure that will be missing by the time we fully accept that, we're dead.
Yeah, and it, as Alannah says that, she sort of puts her hand over where her heart was, and it's not beating, but she has some of the other symptoms of being alive. She occasionally breathes. Her skin looks mostly normal. If you saw her across the street, you probably wouldn't think anything of it. Yeah, it's always the hardest one to come to grips with.
I don't mean it rude or anything, but he'll look down to where her. Does she wear her ring, or has she taken off her ring?
She does wear her ring, unless she's working. That's the only time she takes it off.
You might want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Depending on who sees it, and it might even just be easier to remember that you took the vow of death till death do you part. Death has parted you.
Ugh. I'm aware of that part.
Just be careful.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Still adjusting to all this.
I understand. It was a lot for me too. It was a little bit easier since, who I have doesn't exactly leave her house.
That's fair. I haven't seen him in 6 months, other than being a massive stalker. I don't really count that.
Do what you have to. Just, again, be careful about it, especially with all this shit that's going on. If anyone catches wind, they might fuck.
Yeah, I am just ready for the day he goes back on tour and he's gone for 6 to 8 months and I don't have to worry.
Until you start checking your phone every 5 minutes.
I mean, at least he won't be in the city.
True enough.
But did you have a good New Year's Eve?
Yeah. After I went out and enjoyed myself a little bit, went and just spent it with family. You?
He had a show last night, so I snuck into the venue.
Ah.
Yeah. Other than that, I went back and just kept poring over books.
I understand that that's kind of like how your whole deal gets stronger, but it just seems like a fucking hassle.
Yeah, I can't say I was the most voracious reader ever before this. It's a habit I'm picking up.
Well, if it works for you, it works for you. I'll just stick to making sure I'm ready to run or throw it down if I have to.
Very fair.
Alannah and Alexander, I want you both to make me
Oh dear.
wits and awareness checks.
That is 2 successes.
2 for me as well.
Okay. Wow. Wonderful. As you both are talking, both of you are kind of like not sitting, I assume.
No, hell no.
Yeah. I assume you're not sitting on America's dustiest furniture.
Yeah,
or not
we're
America,
London's.
Just leaning
but-
against the wall.
As you are having this conversation, there is a figure that walks past one of the windows. You're not able to see it in clear detail, but there's somebody that's there for a brief second. Corner of your eye, you're not entirely sure if it's a full-figured person or maybe it's just a figment of the imagination, but it almost felt like there was a hint of shadow just walking past.
Okay, we're up to like an 8.5 on the creep scale factor at this point.
Alexander's just going to quickly but nonchalantly move away from where any window on that side could get a view of him.
Yeah, we'll follow suit.
Okay. Couple minutes go by. Spend in the relative quiet, allowing the conversation that you two had to linger in the air for a moment. And eventually, Big Mike comes striding back inside, and you can hear him in all of his glory as he rips open the door, walks past, slams the door shut, and kind of causes the walls to shake ever so slightly. These are very old buildings, and Big Mike is a very large man. All right, I got information, but we cut deal before I give you anything else. Broad and little man. So here's what I need from you. You, Gladstone, I need delivery.
As usual.
Mm-hmm. I also require one additional thing that I think your friend here, the fire truck hair, could provide.
You need a tattoo?
No, thank you. I do not. You cannot put a bumper sticker on a Bentley.
Sure.
But you can put it on Toyota Camry and he kind of he gives a hearty laugh and kind of gives a very strong grip onto Alex's shoulder. Isn't that right, little man?
Or afford anything. Yeah.
Whatever you say. Okay. I've got the company that is needing stern talking to. Somebody deciding to meddle in affairs that do not belong to them, and Big Mike can't have people meddling into affairs because unfortunately they meddle, I break their face, it's always a mess. I do not have time to pretend to have remorse for that, and whatever. Some little shit's been tagging my businesses with some the art, we will call it. It's no good. It look tacky. It drive away business from Big Mike, and Big Mike need business. How do upkeep palace without money, right? Right?
Right.
Right.
You bring me culprit who tag wall we call even deal information.
Sounds like a fair trade.
Okay, that is what I like to hear. See, Big Mike, reasonable guy. Everybody say, "Oh, Big Mike, you big asshole." I'm not a big asshole. They big assholes.
Whoever's left standing is the one that's not the asshole, right?
You see, I like this one. This one can stay alive. Unless you be asshole to me, then I break your face in. But you not asshole, surprisingly. You don't know. Figure it out later. But here information that I have. There are multiple people coming in from Sabat, multiple people coming in from Camarilla and Anarch. The people are starting to pile in a little bit more, but you ask specifically for Sabat, therefore I give you specifically Sabat. There are 3 packs that are making waves in. Tried to pull up a name of potential leader. Unfortunately, my comrade, my compatriot, kind of a fucking idiot, does not know how to do actual research. At that point, when he says idiot, you guys see a lanky, almost as tall as Big Mike, but very slim and slender, whose face is riddled with scarring and bits of flesh kind of deteriorating from his face, exposing various teeth and parts of his jaw, little specks of his nose. He's bald and he's got slightly pointed ears. His fingers are long and drawn out, and his nails match that in all around general lankiness. Mike, I heard that. Who are your friends? This is Broad and the Little Man. Gladstone and who are you, lady? Fire truck there.
You can call me Lana.
Alannah. Oh, the names are getting more and more ridiculous every year. Okay, Lana. Lana and Gladstone. And this figure, kind of, you've heard of the Nosferatu in some capacity. They aren't a presence that is super active in London. At least that's what people think. But you see this man in front of you, and his demeanor is very, while tall and lanky, it's also shrinking, like he's trying to make himself seem smaller. His shoulders are kind of arched forward. He's got a small hump in his back, and he stares at you, especially Alannah, with intent. Lots of stupid bullshit going on. I'm not particularly down for the whole Valderi and other crap like that, but if you two want to go stick your private parts into crazy, I'm not gonna particularly stop you. Can I ask why you're so focused on the Sabbat coming in?
Kind of better to be prepared than, let them get the drop on us.
Yeah. General word of advice, if you see one and they offer you a deal, be wary. A lot of them are smarter than they allow themselves to appear. I don't know a whole lot, but I've back in my day I tussled with a pack or two. Listen to the rumors, but allow yourself to form your own opinion. But they're too smart and kind of zealous. Yeah, not that great. I'm sure that if you're a part of them, they're fine and whatever, but if you've got any sense of decency, just keep an eye out. But we did see sightings of what I think is one of the Pack's Templars, something along that line. Girl standing at about like 5'6" or something. She seemed strong, really strong. I managed to catch her in a little bit of CC footage. But they've got something else to them. Most packs are bold, I'll call it, right? These ones are smart. This little group that I caught wind of is smart, but quiet. They're not making many bigger moves yet, which could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Good luck to the two of you. You're gonna need it. And he allows himself to come out of that hunched position, and you hear bones creaking and cracking as he straightens himself out. His arms pop, his wrists pop, and as he kind of allows himself to come to his full height. This guy is tall. Like, you've seen tall before, but he's on a different level. When he is at his full height, he stands taller than Big Mike, who's already about 6'6". Yeah, and then he makes his way back inside and he just closes the door behind him. What he said. You play with devil. Do not be surprised if soul gets sucked out of body. Something like that.
I get the gist.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else Big Mike can do to help new comrades, new compatriots?
And where is this graffiti that you want me to take a look at?
It's all over fucking London. The last time I saw the art was down by airport.
Okay.
Abandoned building. But I buy up abandoned building, so bad for business.
Of course.
Yeah. Is there anything else that I can help lifelong pal of mine? And again, Alex, that grip on your shoulder gets slightly tighter. Alannah, he's a little bit more gentle when he rests a hand on you. Almost like he's like afraid to touch you, but you can kind of get the gist that Big Mike doesn't have the best sense of boundaries.
So surprised.
Right?
But yeah, so Alannah look over at Alex and just sort of shrug. If there was anything else that we wanted.
Should we know anything specific about Bane other than he was here before and he's rich?
Old. Do not know how old, but old. Been around since Mithras.
Jesus.
Yeah. The guy is older than me and Slinky back there.
All this balls.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad guy, but his kind standoffish, kind of ashholeless.
Would he be down to have a discussion with a certain tattoo artist whose studio he's buying up?
Yeah, I'm sure if you go to him in good faith. He's been part of movement. Very willing to talk to people who are able to provide and be of use. So if you are able to prove that whoever property he buying up is useful, might be able to squeeze in a conversation with the two of them.
Okay. Yeah, and anywhere any easy way we might get a message to him?
The best way is go to business. He own Fight Club.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Beautiful.
If you need address, I give it to you.
That'd be great.
I will do that one for free. A token of good faith. Here. And then he kind of shuffles around for a piece of paper. And as he is shuffling around, he actually also grabs a parcel and kind of tosses it over to you. Delivery going to him anyway. Have fun.
I was wondering about that.
Here is address. And you look down at the piece of paper, and it's the place is called the Iron Maiden.
It's familiar.
And yeah, Alex, you instantly know what this place is. You were literally greeted by somebody who invited you to go check out the facilities a day before.
Well, I think we have our heading.
There anyway.
Yep, I think we have our heading.
Okay, if nothing else, if I can help you with anything else, come find me. You know how to get in contact with me. But until then, fuck off.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, and he swings open the door for the two of you and allows you to exit. Alannah, give me another wits and awareness check.
Okay. Emma. That's 3 successes this time.
You can tell that as you're leaving, Big Mike's checking you out.
Of course.
And the door slams shut behind the two of you, and almost instinctually, he begins to kind of close all of the curtains, all of the windows, and you two are left outside of the palace.
Just kind of like do the thing where you like, for a second, just like, okay, I'm fine.
I would apologize about him, but he's going to keep being the same way, so.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, shall we, I gesture to the package.
Let's go.
I can check out the abandoned building later. I mean, a lot of street artists like to post their stuff up on Instagram, so I imagine I can probably find something there on our way over.
Yeah, something in the back of your mind kind of tells you that Big Mike might not know how to use Instagram or the internet.
Yeah, it's just a little. It's like a little inkling.
Just a little inkling.
Another thing, if we want to really speed this up, if we go and check out this guy's art, and if we find every other places of his art, bring a spray can, paint toy on it, and he'll probably come running.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely an option. I have some ideas, but that might work.
Okay. We are going to move on to Gabriel and Ivy. You two, as the four of you begin to separate, Alex and Alannah go left. Ivy and Gabriel go right. You two being tasked with finding out where this Iron Maiden club is, trying to see if you can get a hold of this Bane character. He's been buying up properties. You at least need to get some information as to like why this guy's maybe buying up all the properties that he's buying up. So you begin your walk to the Iron Maiden, or do you plan on taking transportation of any sort? Car, Uber, Lyft, subway?
I think Gabriel.
I don't have money, so.
Well, Gabriel has his own car, so I could take that if he would have brought it here, that is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that you probably took your car here. From where you work to where Alannah works is you would need to be in car to get there in 15 minutes. Unfortunately, you weren't blessed with the gift of super speed. K-Knights giveth, K-Knights taketh away, let's say. But you have your car. Do you want to describe what it looks like?
Yeah, it's a 4-door, kind of a bright blue color. Not a new model, maybe a few years old from release. Silver rims, kind of a little banged up in places. Like Gabriel isn't the best driver, and there's a few scratches on the paintwork where he's probably, scraped across a few cars, and then, knowing Gabriel, just continued driving because he didn't want to deal with that. And one of the mirrors this would be on the right side, is just kind of hanging off a little bit to the side. a lot of duct tape has just been wrapped around a few times to hold it in place. But yeah, that's his car.
All right. So you two get into the car and you begin to drive off. This Iron Maiden boxing studio is kind of out of the way. It's going to take you about a half hour by car to get there. Hence why I asked, are you walking or are you transporting by other means? And not to mention, it's New Year's Day and there's London traffic. So you guys are on the road for a while. It's raining, kind of groggy out. A little bit of fog lingers through the streets. Let me ask the two of you something. Reflecting on the last 24 hours, what are the two of you feeling right now? How are you feeling? What are you thinking about?
Ivy's just tired. It's just been a lot.
Gabriel. Oh, continue.
It's just been a lot these past couple days. Just tired.
Gabriel is probably at this moment thinking, what does he want later in the night? Lungs or like intestines? And, you know, where's he going to get that from? And he's also thinking about maybe he should get like maybe some clothing for cadaver. And every now and then he'll kind of take out a little pad and write something down while he's driving, and he just kind of lets go of the steering wheel and hopes that Ivy quickly takes the steering wheel and steers for a moment.
Cool.
And then kind of retakes the wheel.
Okay, Gabriel, for yucks and giggles, make me a let's go resolve and drive.
Awesome.
Can I attempt a dex and drive to cover his ass?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll something depending on what he rolls.
Okay.
So resolve and drive.
Resolve. That is a 1.
Okay. All right. Driving while distracted is dangerous for even somebody who's teetering the line of mortal and kindred like the two of you are. You seem a bit more distracted on your writing and daydreaming about buying cute little outfits for your monkey, that you lose sight and kind of forget that you're behind the wheel. Ivy, if you want to intercept, because it looks like he's about to swerve off onto like a sidewalk, if you would like to intervene, I need a let's go dex and athletics to kind of gain control and like hop over him. And I'm gonna do something nice. I'm gonna allow you to add your celerity rating to your check. And then we'll see. And then after that, I'm going to have you give me a dex and drive roll without your celerity.
All right, so that's 6 successes on the athletics.
Cool, perfect. So yeah, you gain that instantly. You see that Gabriel's just slightly distracted and maybe like smiling and like kind of giggling to himself. You see that you're about to hop off onto the curb. You manage to get over him and take the wheel. Make me a dex and drive roll.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and
you get to add +2 to that because you rolled so well in your athletics check.
Do it. 4.
Yeah. Perfect. You manage to take control of the steering wheel and kind of wean him away from hitting a light fixture, possibly causing some really bad injury. You wean it over to the right a little bit, and you manage to get proper control of the vehicle. Gabriel, you're still kind of distracted, so Ivy pretty much takes control of the steering wheel for the entire time, which would be bad if you got caught and the both of you know that. So just keep that in mind. Yeah.
In the ride, now that, I've let Ivy take the wheel.
Yeah, I mean, if she gets the chance, she's just gonna try and get him to pull the car over so she can drive properly. Since he's clearly not.
I think if Ivy kind of tells him to do this, he just kind of brushes it off like, no, it's fine, everything's fine. Just keep helping me out, Ivy. That's fantastic. I'm just taking a few notes now and then. That's all. Eyes are on the road, though. Eyes are on the road. As he kind of quickly looks down and takes another note.
I'm the one driving right now.
I would say it's more of a joint effort between us. And I've got quite important things going on right now, Ivy. You wouldn't believe the pressure I'm under.
Then stop the car so I can drive.
This is my car, Ivy. This is my car. If you had your own car, then you would drive that car. This is my car. That person's car, they drive their car. This is my car.
Ivy, you look down and there's just a picture of a monkey.
You're lucky I don't want to die again.
That's a good one. I'm going to write that down. And I'll say maybe about 10 minutes after that, ST, would I know, would this be an appropriate time to call my my Hakata contact at the hospital, Mario? Or would this be kind of a bit early or too late in the evening?
Well, as you know, Mario is the director of your department in particular, within the hospital grounds. So you have about a 50-50 shot that he'll pick up. If you would like, you can try to call, and I'm going to just make a roll myself. Are you going to call?
Yeah, I'll kind of just put the notepad away and take out my phone and just look over at Ivy. Just take the wheel. I just need to make a very important phone call, Ivy. Just don't damage my car.
Anything that happens to your car is well beyond my control at this point.
Yes. And kind of just says that without really paying attention.
You call. The phone rings. It rings. It rings again. And just as you are... and just as you think that you're going to be sent to voicemail, a voice makes itself known on the other line. Dr. Giovanni's office. Ashley speaking. How may I help you?
This is Dr. Gabriel Monroe. I was wondering if I could speak with Mr. Giovanni.
Huh? Dr. Monroe, it's very nice to hear from you. Let me see if he's available. I'm just gonna place you on a brief hold, and before you can answer, you hear elevator music on the ringing through the phone. Ivy, you can hear too, because it's like that like loud blaring on hold music that you usually get like when you call like a call center. Beethoven, you think. A minute goes by, another minute goes by. Ivy, you still got your hands on the wheel. You're still controlling the car somehow. Eventually, you hear another voice. Dr. Giovanni speaking.
Hello, sir. It's Gabriel.
Gabriel, what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to disturb you at this hour, sir, but some information has I've kind of stumbled upon and wanted to get your take on it. If you are free to speak at the moment.
Let me see. I think I can make myself available for 5 minutes.
Of course. Well, it's come across to me that the Sabbat are heading to London, and they will be arriving or have arrived in our city. And I was wondering if you or the family knows about this.
The Sabbat is of no concern to us, Gabriel. We are... we as a family are a connected unit. They have no real power here. At least not in our line. You have nothing to worry about. Your friends, on the other hand, I cannot make promises unless they want protection.
No, I'm good.
I was sorry. I'm in a line, but if they did want protection, what would that cost them?
No.
Sir?
Well, of course they're your friends, so we wouldn't want to heavily oppose. Just a boon or two. Something to maybe hold as collateral.
Very reasonable request, sir. Speaking of requests, may I inquire, possibly gaining access to further information about my studies that our family has been generous enough to share with me. I think I'm ready to learn more, as it is.
Now, Gabriel. You know that if you wish to learn, you need to be able to provide a service.
Of course. And I do have service information. I have uncovered that someone, most likely in the family, has been experimenting on the populace of the city in several factors, I believe, as well, autopsying some
Gabriel,
of.
I'm going to
Yes.
stop you there. Do not give information like that over the phone. You don't want to violate confidentiality.
Oh,
Even the
I
dead
see.
have the right to privacy. But if you wish to discuss, if you have some time, I'm always willing to make time for a member of the family. Especially if they have forward information that helps our business.
Of course. Just please let me know when you are free, and I will do my best to meet you, sir.
You will get a text message from Ashley. Focus on the road, Gabriel. Stop staring at your notebook. I don't need another one of our kind to work on. And he hangs up the phone.
Gabriel will kind of look over at Ivy and not kind of hang up the phone and just kind of continues. Yes, and I will endeavor to do that. And thank you for placing your trust in me. Good night, sir. And then closes the phone.
Wow, he's got you wrapped around his finger, doesn't he?
Well, it wasn't for him. I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be here. He is quite imposing. Let me take the wheel. I can handle it from here, Ivy.
I'm going to be quite honest, I don't believe you, but alright.
As he kind of reaches out for the wheel, he'll just accidentally press the horn, and I'm sure everyone will just kind of look at him in the area and like a little distressed, but keep his eyes on the road for the rest of the trip.
The trip is bumpy. And it probably takes a little bit longer than usual. Gabriel now discovering that his connection has eyes everywhere. Actually, both of you also give me wits and awareness rolls.
Okay.
0.
Uh-oh.
That is a bestial failure, my friend.
Motherfucker.
So
Bring it on.
I am going to have you drag your token out, click on it, and then click that compulsion button for me.
Roll.
You don't have a clan compulsion, so you can go ahead and click that again.
Christ.
There you
Hunger.
go. So you go up in hunger, and that little voice in the back of your head begins to whisper, and as it does, your eyes kind of land on Ivy. You could take her. You could take her. Think about it. I bet our small intestines tastes like that drug. I want it. Until you are able to feed at least one hunger, you are going to be at a -1 penalty, or 2 dice penalty, to all of your pools.
Okay.
And that beast has its eyes set on the only other person in this car with you. You two eventually make your way to the Iron Maiden. It is a tall building built on an industrial ground. There are dogs barking in the background. Don't know where they came from. Nope, absolutely not. It stands on its own. The building itself is plain, gray in color. Windows have bars over them. There's graffiti covering the building. Beautiful pieces of art of women fighting, of men getting sacked in the face. The rest of the building, when the artwork is cut off, though, is that gray steel look. The door is slightly rusted over. And there are people wandering around the outside of it, almost looking like some sort of bodyguard. It has a little neon sign, yellow and gold and little hints of green, that just say open. Upon entering, the room goes slightly red. Inside, there are people that you can instantly tell are mortals because they're breathing, they're walking, they're talking, they're having fights with one another. Some are drinking their protein shakes. Some are punching up little punching bags, training, jump roping, push-ups, pull-ups. Men and women all around. This is 20 you can easily gain from just looking around that this place is open 24/7. Nobody ever. It's the city that never sleeps inside of a building. All sorts of walks of life, from new people trying to get into it as a hobby to people who have been doing it for years and years, and maybe even at a professional level. There's an air, a smell of sweat. There's a lot of heartbeats. And I'm not going to make you two roll to hear them because you can hear just from the blood pumping within them, getting their cardios in, getting their workouts in. As you take in the area around you, you see a very thin, lithe person. Their hair is cut short. They wear a flannel kind of similar to yours, Ivy, and a pair of straight leg jeans and a pair of boots.
Sorry, all I'm hearing is they're wearing a giant flag that says "gay."
Gay in my VTM game? Always.
Always.
They spot the two of you and kind of dust off. They're very short. And don't look like they belong here. But nonetheless, they approach the two of you, and adjust their thin wired frame glasses. Welcome to the Iron Maiden. Are you two members? And they instantly just kind of eye you, Gabriel. That being more of a question towards you than Ivy. How can I help you?
A friend of ours was given an invitation, and believe the invitation was extended to his friend, and that would be us.
Okay. What's the name of the friend who has the invitation?
What name? Alexander? Alec?
Okay. Just give me 1 moment. Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute. And they take off. And a couple minutes go by. You guys see the fights that are happening up here getting a little bit more intense. Like, people are working out just a little bit more. The sound of heavy metal music probably pumping up their blood and getting them more into the general vibe. People are here just kind of doing them. And then that person comes back up. Just their frames again. Yeah, you two can follow me.
All right then.
You eventually make your way down the steps of this Iron Maiden. Upstairs looked like a normal kickboxing ring. You know, you had the small stage that had the wire fence around to kind of keep people safe. Downstairs is completely different. It's a steel cage match. The stage is a pit of concrete that dips in with a flat surface, and it's lined with wires and steel fences to kind of keep the people who are supposed to be in, and the people who are supposed to be out. There are rows of seats, and in the middle of this pit are two people fighting. A short redhead, which at first glance kind of looks like your friend Alannah, and a tall blonde gentleman. The two of them are going at it, full on punching, knocking out teeth. And the one with the little one with the wired frames bangs on the cage, causes both of them to stop, and one of them just wipes Vitae off of the side of her mouth. I think they're here to meet with Bane.
Ivy just looks at Gabriel like,
Yes. Gabriel just kind of freezes.
Well, the redhead jumps effortlessly over the steel cage fence and kind of leans up against it. Well, I've never met you two before. Who are you?
Friends of Alexander.
Oh, right, okay. It's nice to meet y'all. I'm Jess. Welcome to Iron Maiden. I'll go get Bane. Yeah. And she wipes the sweat. There's little splashes of water on her face to sort of mimic sweat. She wipes the water droplets off of her face. And this woman's very pretty. Her eyes are crossover of gold and green. Her hair is big and poofy and red, very curly, and she's petite, very small. She wears ripped up band t-shirts that look like they are slightly dated, and just like a pair of leggings and pair of Doc Martens. She gives you both the up and down before kind of eyeing your attire again, Gabriel. You do look out of place here. The coat's not doing any favors for you. Ivy, again, you look like you could be here for one reason or another. But she walks off and leaves the two of you, the giant blonde guy and the little person, the short person, with the wired frame glasses. So what brings you two here for?
Well, we were trying to find out more about this Bane fellow. It seems we're a lot closer than we thought.
Oh yeah, Bane's great. He's really great, really.
Can I roll wits insight on that?
Yeah.
Three successes.
Okay. Whoever this is seems genuine in their words, but they also seem very nervous. They are reeking of somebody who's a little bit shy, kind of unsure of the situation as a whole. Give me an intelligence and occult check too.
Oh boy. One.
Yeah, it just seems like they're nervous. Eventually.
Do I have the chance to like pull out my phone and send a text to Alannah and Alexander?
Yes.
Just basically just a quick text that says, "Hey, we found him."
Yeah. And we'll get back to that text message in a few minutes. They eventually Jess walks back in with someone by her side. A gentleman in a plain green t-shirt with a black leather jacket over it, hand tattoos, and blonde hair with a blonde beard. Bane,
Yes.
You see two people in your kindred side of your operation. One of them short with blue hair, a flannel pair of jeans, and the other one looks like a doctor with blonde hair, green eyes, looking a little unsettling. Jess kind of nudges your arm and says, well, here they are. Said that they're friends of that other one that I told you about.
Also worth noting, Ivy looks like a mortal. Looks
Okay. Bane will just look at Jess and just go, and he will just nod, looking back at the two individuals. He will probably focus on Gabriel more and just go, no one has died, so what do you want?
Well, we came to inquire on yourself and the kind of looking at Ivy at the moment, kind of looking for help, but then kind of pushes through it. We would like to know why are you buying properties?
You would like to know, or are you asking for an answer?
Well, we came to you. We came here looking for information about you. We didn't exactly know that you ran the place, but well, now that we do, I think a proper inquiry is what we're after.
He's going to look to Jess and to the small individual and say, let me speak to them alone. Having too many people here will make them seem more nervous. As he will just look back at the two of you.
All right. Come on, Star, and the short one nods their head, grabs a book bag from one of the various aisle seats, and Jess looks towards the man that's still in the cage, and just simply nods her head back. He climbs out of the cage, and the three of them make themselves scarce, heading back into your office.
Bane will just look at the both of you, hands in front of him, very nonchalant. And he will look at Gabriel and say, you want to know why I'm buying buildings?
Less me and more a friend of mine.
We've got a bit of a vested interest in some of the buildings you've been picking up. So,
Like what?
well, some of the buildings are very dear to some of the people. We were just curious. Well, a few things. Why now? What caused this? What do you look to gain? A whole number of things, really.
What does anyone gain when a city is ripe for the taking and no one is in control? To be frank with both of you, I'm looking to expand. That's the simplest I can put it.
Well, I can understand that, but have you thought about the kindreds in the city that you may be angering by doing such things?
They are welcome to come to me to have a talk. I'm not against it. However, nothing is free in this world anymore.
What do you mean anymore? Nothing's ever been free in any world.
You've not lived young enough. You've not lived yet, have you then?
No, but I know how people work. There's always a price for everything. It's a matter of dealing with people, kindred. It's always a price.
So you're a smart one then. That can be used. If you're willing to offer it.
Offer it for once.
Well, you say that I have purchased a building that a mutual friend of yours would like back, ownership back.
More or less.
All right. You can go to them and say that I am willing to talk. But as you say, and now I have said, nothing is free.
Very well, we can let the involved parties be made aware of yourself and the fact that you are open to a sit down. We can do that.
What are your names?
Read. Like the plant.
He'll just give you a smirk at that. And a potential to grow. And he'll look at you, Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel, Dr. Gabriel Monroe.
He nods at that and says, very well. I imagine you are in the same world that I am. So what are you, really?
What do you mean?
I'm asking for your clan.
Gabriel looks at Ivy and just kind of goes a little wide-eyed.
I'm not sure. My mother didn't exactly do a very good job of telling me things before she up and disappeared. Well, I guess I ran away. Either way, fuck if I know.
I myself am a Carter.
He looks at you, Gabriel. He almost focuses on you. He will lock eyes with you. Hakata. What family? Giovanni?
Spot on, yes.
Then why is your last name not Giovanni?
Well, I'm a little on the outs as of late, but I assure you it will be rectified in the coming future.
I have no doubt. I am just merely curious. That is all. But you don't know what you are, do you? He looks at you, Ivy.
I don't particularly care to. Hasn't been important thus far.
Seems you have a quite relaxed look at life, then.
Oh, that's mostly the drugs. They help with that.
You deal in drugs, or you take drugs?
Yes.
Interesting. Then there may be a use for you as other than your knowledge. But is there any specific questions you want to ask me since we're, sharing? Other than, why am I taking your friend's property?
Well, I'm curious what group you cast your lot with, I guess.
Only if you tell me first.
If I tell you what.
What sect you belong to, if you belong to one. I know they're not in London as of late, but everyone has their moral code.
All I've done since this started is whatever I can to survive. I've not exactly gotten engaged in politics. As you said, nobody really had a hold over the city, so it hasn't been necessary.
Respectfully, I'm not going to ask for your sect, out of respect for your family, as he looks at you, Gabriel.
Thank you.
To be precise, you are standing in front of the Anok Baron.
A baron, you say?
Indeed.
Well, you are the first baron I have met, then. Mr. Bane.
It's a rather outdated term, is it not?
Well, what sticks, I guess. You would know that all too well, wouldn't you? Dealing with drugs, of course, everything's like an addiction. When it comes to, nicotine, opioids, the works.
Yeah. Some people tend to be a bit better at handling some of the things, though, so I suppose. Still, it's just interesting.
You said if we had any more questions. I just had one more for you, Baron.
I am listening, but you do not need to call me my title. You can just call me Bane.
Bane. You said you are gathering power over London.
And hopefully allies, as he looks at both of you.
Exactly. And my point being is that one with power, one building power, one looking for allies, this usually is a sign of inviting conflict, or perhaps already in conflict. And I was wondering if this might be true in these circumstances. Are there others in the city that you might be preparing to protect yourself from?
Respectfully, the biggest threat that I have right now is your own family. But you could say that I am preparing myself just in case someone that I do not like comes to knock on my doorstep.
I see.
By the way, your receptionist? I think Star is what Jess called. They seem a bit nervous.
Yes, they are always like that.
Odd job for somebody that has that kind of information to think.
They are good at what they do, and I keep them around because of that. And hopefully, you'll be around me as well. Though, I don't know what lot you have put your hats in for. But I always welcome new people within my crowd.
Well, welcoming lot is always appreciated. By the way, Bane, does the name Victor Codwell mean anything to you?
Victor Codwell. Would it? ST? I don't think so.
It wouldn't.
Okay. He'll just think for a moment, ponder it, just look back at you, Gabriel, and just shake his head. No, I've never heard of him. Though, to go back to my previous thing, in your case, the invitation will be a very loose one, since I do not want to take you from your own flock. However, you interest me more, as he looks at you, Ivy.
Why is that?
Well, you said your name was Reed, right?
Correct. So look at the plant.
As you can see him, he's just looking you up and down. I can't put my finger on it. But you do seem useful. Both of you do. However, I will not... step into... bring you into something that you do not want to be brought into. However, that hand will be open.
I'll be sure to keep it in mind.
And do keep in mind as well, because, if you have no further questions, tell your friend I am willing to meet them. And if they want to bring a representative, if they're not comfortable, third-party ground, we can talk about it.
As you two are having this discussion with Bane, we are going to circle it back to Alexander and Alannah.
Yeah.
You two are standing outside of Big Mike's house. You have your assignment. You have your parcel to deliver. And then you get a text from Ivy. And it just says, found him.
Oh, good. They're there already.
Okay, good. Oh, that makes me worried a little bit more.
Actually, wait. She's with Gabriel, isn't she? Yeah,
Yep.
we need to get over there now.
Yeah, we need to get over there now. I don't drive, so Uber? We can split it.
I mean, if you want to, you can. I know a pretty direct route there myself.
I mean, if yours is more direct than an Uber, I'll follow you.
Well, probably just easier we take an Uber then. It's pretty physically taxing.
Looks at my scrawny frame for a second and then just goes, yeah, that might be best.
Mm-hmm.
So you pull the money together for an Uber.
I mean, I think we could afford an Uber.
Yeah,
I'm a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
I don't report my earnings to the government.
I mean, fair. Yeah, you guys easily get an Uber, hop into the car because you're not driving. You can have the luxury of being distracted. You eventually pull up in front of the in front of the Iron Maiden, and the same thing, that tagged beautiful art of just different walks of life boxing one another. The tall industrial sized building with bars over the windows and a slightly rusted door. You walk inside and you are greeted by the same small frame. She kind of looks at you for a minute, Alannah, and it looks like they are doing a double take. Like they're surprised that you're in front of them. They look at you, they look behind, and then they look at you again. Hi, welcome to the Iron Maiden. How can I help you?
This one's got a package to deliver.
And he will just look at the parcel.
That's weird. We weren't expecting any deliveries from it. Oh.
Yeah.
How is he? How's how is Big Mike?
Still the same, unfortunately.
Understood. Got it. Okay, yeah. Follow me. And they again lead you down. Alannah, Alex, you guys can both make me wits and awareness checks again.
Oh boy.
Three.
Uno.
Oh my. Okay. Actually, no, you both managed to see her. She kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. Alannah, you see someone that you are convinced it might just be your twin.
Yeah.
She's got the same big red hair, slightly darker, the same frame almost. The only thing that's different between you and her is you have tattoos on your arms. And on her arms are like they're slightly scarred, looking like battle scars almost. She looks at the two of you. Her eyes land on you first, Alannah, and she kind of eyes you up and down and gives an attentive nod of like, yeah. hey, you and I kind of look alike. But then she looks at Alex and she smiles and kind of gives like a small salute before going back and talking to a tall blonde fellow, the same one that you saw at the bar.
Alexander will just salute back, but then just like look to Jess, then look to Alannah, then back, and then back again. Oh, am I in the Parent Trap?
I was just wondering that myself for a second. It was either that or there was a show years ago where they're like called doppelgangers or something, and I was for a moment wondering if I was in that. But I certainly hope not.
The person with glasses leads you down, and it takes a minute for you both to realize, but the other redhead and the blonde-haired guy are kind of tailing behind you, not super close, but enough to make themselves apparent that they are tailing behind you. Make your way downstairs and you see the same scene. The steel cage. And this time you see Ivy and Gabriel with a guy that is tall with pale blonde hair, beard, and the kind of street clothes, the plain green shirt, the black leather jacket, and it seems like the three of them are deep in conversation when you get back there. In the same breath, the moment that you head back, the moment that you get down there, the smaller one kind of there are more. Bane.
Oh, I was wondering when they were going to show up.
Of course, there's more.
Fuckers.
As he puts up two fingers to like call her over.
Mm-hmm. She'll approach.
Yeah.
Bane will look at Star and just go, what do they seem like?
Oh, yeah, Jess seems to know that one, and she'll point to Alexander, and that one has really nice tattoos.
A fair assessment, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they have a parcel from Big Mike.
Oh, fucking course they do. Alright. Where is it?
Alexander will go ahead and proffer it from his courier bag.
He'll, if you offer it to him, he will take it from you and just give you a swift nod as he does so. He'll hand it to Star and say,
I know, file it away.
Thank you.
And Star looks back at the other two who are now back in the same room, and all of you can now see it. Like Alannah and the girl that introduced herself to you earlier have that same look. It's very what is it? Uncanny Valley almost. But she gestures for the two of them. They roll their eyes and just follow behind. They go back up the stairs into another office, leaving the five of you.
I think Bane just takes his, again, the position that he was in, just one hand holding the other wrist, just looking at all of them, almost studying them. Just waiting to see who's going to break the silence.
And I think unless someone else absolutely jumps into it, I think it will probably be Alannah, as she kind of with her left hand is with like thumb to ring finger and kind of just fidgeting with her ring a little bit. It's just a nervous habit she has before she steps up and says, I'm sure that the other members of my group have mentioned that we were seeking you out because you were buying up buildings. I happen to be an artist at Legacy. What was the tattoo shop named?
It's called the Skull and Sage.
The Skull and Sage. And looking for you on behalf of Arya, the owner, to set up some sort of conversation between the two of you so that hopefully she can keep her shop and everyone will be happy in the end.
You see him nod. I will reiterate what I said to your companions, friends, coterie. I don't know what you call yourselves. You bring them to me.
Group of chucklefucks that work together.
All right, you group of chucklefucks. You bring this kindred, this person, whoever the fuck it is, to me. We'll have a talk.
Okay. Just whenever. Do you just want to set up a meet? Be easier for everybody.
If you want to do that, but preferably I would like to do it soon, since I am a busy man.
Oh yeah, Arya is too. So I will get in contact with her and we'll work this out. Because I like working there and I don't want to stop. Arya's good.
You're a tattoo artist?
Yeah.
I think you see, like, he clearly looks at your pieces, like on your arms and like your upper chest.
And just like, I designed most of these. I didn't put them on myself because that's a lot harder than you would think to tattoo yourself. But I designed them all. And yeah, I'm more than happy to offer my services to anybody in your group that wants some ink.
I think he looks at Alexander next. Seems like Jess has taken a liking to you. What do you think that is?
I mean, aside from the obvious.
I mean, that being...
Well, she seems to like to hang out with taller gentlemen. And he'll just look over to the blonde that is hanging out with Jess.
For clarification, Bane is about 6'5", 190 meters.
Centimeters, not meters.
Centimeters. He is tall.
Oh no, he's giant.
Bitch is
Oh, no.
600 feet tall.
He's a kaiju.
He is a kaiju. But he just looks at Alexander and says, "She brings drugs. She's an she points at Reed. She's an artist. Points at the redhead. Well, it's very clear what he is as he points to Gabriel. Then what are you?"
Sociopath?
I mean, well, the Hikaru are known for that. No offense, but What do you bring to this group of, as you so-called proclaimed, chucklefucks?
Knowledge of the city, roots, people who know things. And in a pinch, and he just looks over at the ring and grins. I'm not averse to throwing the fuck down.
I think for the first time you see him smile a little bit. Interesting. Okay. I'll put it simply then, since, well, I'm guessing this is all of you and you don't have another member of this gang of chucklefucks elsewhere.
Last I checked, it was just 4 of us.
Well, I mean, aside from Cadaver.
I was really hoping you were going to get brought up.
And on cue, Gabriel, you feel your lab coat pocket shift, and a little monkey pops his head out and looks around, and then climbs up to Gabriel's shoulder and just perches.
It was going to come up anyway.
Seems like you have a friend there.
Oh yes, please forgive me. Bane, this is Cadaver. Cadaver, this is Bane. I hope you don't have a fear of animals.
Quite the opposite, actually.
The 4 of you notice a sudden shift in behavior with Cadaver. Usually he's a bit shy around newer kindred, but there's something about Bane. He's instantly crawling off of Gabriel and climbing on top of this man, and kind of like rummaging through his hair and like trying to like check for fleas, and it's very comfortable. It's almost at the level where Cadaver is with Gabriel at this point, but Gabriel, you had to work for a couple months to get him to that point, and it was almost instant with this guy.
I think Gabriel looks a little jealous at first, but then kind of shakes it off. Well, if Cadaver trusts you, kind of looks at the rest of the group. I give my approval. He's a great judge of character. Cadaver is.
All animals are. Let's just say they know their place when the bigger fish is in the pond with them. As he just smiles at all of you. But he clearly plays with the Cadaver a little bit.
Yeah, Cadaver looks right at home. He's very at ease. And eventually he kind of gets the vibe that Gabriel might be a little jealous. And so after a couple of minutes of being played with, he'll hop off of Bane and make his way back to Gabriel and nest himself back into the pocket.
That comes naturally to you. Everything from the 10-mile radius barks at me.
Well, as I said, I'm not really afraid of animals. If anything, I enjoy them. They keep you company.
Well said. Well said indeed.
But to reintroduce myself again, these two know who I am, but you know me as Bane, but my title is Baron of the Anarchs.
Fancy.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you.
Pleasure's mine, sir. Alexander.
Nice to meet you as well. You can call me Alannah.
Alannah, Alexander, Gabriel, Reed. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. And I hope we can do business in the future.
I certainly hope that this is the start of a working relationship.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Just in the sense of fair play. I've been told that some people don't like working with newer blood. Is it going to be a problem that I'm Duskborn?
Absolutely not.
Oh, thank fuck.
That's really good because all of us are.
I think as you, there's that visible, tension release. I think Bane just smiles at all of you and just says, "You are a clan. You are welcome within my walls. I am not going to dust you where you stand just because of the very blood that runs through your veins. In my eyes, the Dustborn, the Caitiff, they are clans that should be recognized by the Tower, but they are not. And I like to change that, personally, of course."
Then I'm very happy to work with you, sir.
And Alexander will extend a hand.
Yeah, he'll reach for you. He'll reach for it and shake your hand.
Bane,
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to give me a wits and awareness roll.
Alrighty. I'm guessing my specialty wouldn't help here in ambushes.
Judo throw, no.
No.
I don't know what Alexander's about to do. That is a. Can I willpower that?
Yes, you may. You may spend a point of willpower to reroll 3 of those.
Jesus fuck.
It's a little different.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you just
not.
rolled your willpower. Okay.
So
I
you
was gonna
just
say-
you click the willpower re-roll button, and not the willpower
Sorry,
button.
I clicked the wrong button. Sorry.
Good to know, though.
Just a single success.
Okay, right. Continue. Actually, the other 4 of you make me the same check. You all get a -1 penalty though.
Oh boy.
What was wits awareness again?
Wits and awareness -1.
Okay.
-3 for me. ST.
What?
Yeah.
I -2 penalty already.
Oh yeah, -3 for you.
Okay. So I have 0 dice then.
Ouch.
I see.
You roll
everything.
1 still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you still-
you everything
still
all right,
roll one
buddy.
die. Alexander. Do me a favor.
Yeah, buddy.
Compulsion button.
He's about to frenzy on me.
I got 2 successes.
I got 4.
I got none.
You know what? At least it's not a 1.
Could be worse, yeah. You were real close, but it wasn't.
2's not a 1.
Paranoia.
Oh, baby.
Honestly, it makes sense coming from an awareness roll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Ivy. Alex. Alexander. That same shadowy figure allows its presence to be seen again. The one from Big Mike's palace. Once you lay your eyes on it, your little monster is not often loud. But this time you begin to feel it crawl through your stomach and up your spine, up to that little crevice in the back of your head where your neck and your skull connect, and it is sending shivers down your spine. You go into panic mode the moment that you see that shadow. It rings in your head. It's stalking us. It wants to kill us. It wants to kill us. We need to get out of here. We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. And you suffered the paranoia compulsion, which gives you a 2 dice penalty to do anything that isn't running to find a safe space. Ivy, you also see the shadowy figure. It's slowly kind of moving. The way that the bottom part is laid out is you have the cage, but you also have beams that have like a walkway that go around the bottom, around the basement, kind of towards the top, and you see that figure kind of like passing through the beams. Alannah, it takes you a minute to see what's going on, but eventually you see that the two of them are kind of looking up, and you see that figure running about, and then right soon after, Gabriel and Bane, you also see that shadowy figure. Bane, you instantly know who it is.
We seem to have...
Yeah. We're not alone here.
Fuck is that? Fuck.
I thought so. I think you see Bane see this, like that figure, and just go, huh. You don't need to worry about that.
Huh?
Okay.
Tan, get out here now.
And he steps out of the shadows. You all see a normal sized young man with long black hair that kind of goes over his eyes ever so slightly. Man of Korean descent. He folds his arms, and his hands get kind of consumed with a baggy sweatshirt that is almost black in color. It's a very dark navy, and it's very plain.
My apologies, my friend scared you. Reed, Lana, Gabriel, Alex, meet Tan. He's like all of you.
Hi.
Hey.
I don't like being followed, dude.
Oh, I was going to pick up the parcel from Mike, and he rolls his eyes at the name Mike. Saw you two were in there, didn't want to disturb.
Yeah. It's okay. It's just get a little spooked sometimes.
Oh. Yeah. My bad. It's I'm really good at hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah, I definitely noticed that.
Yeah. Well, no, you didn't, but
Well, and before you start any problems with my new, as he looks at the four of you.
Associate.
Associate.
At least for now.
Can you go pick up that parcel for me? I think it's with Star.
sure. Nice to meet all of you.
Nice to meet you too.
Alexander says nothing, just glared.
Okay. And just simply walks up to where Star walked. As he is about to ascend up the stairs, he just he looks back, and as he looks back, Alex, you notice this instantly. His eyes are pitch black.
Ugh.
And then all of you notice the moment that he makes the ick noise.
Oh, neat trick.
Don't like it. Don't like it. It just Alexander just shakes his head and just looks away. Just, ugh.
Gabriel kind of smiles at that and looks a little bit happy.
My apologies about my associate. Didn't mean to scare you. Have you had bad experiences with Oblivion?
No, I mean, just sometimes when you see moving shadows, your brain goes to the worst place.
Especially when you have an existence like this.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Usually I'm the thing that jumps out and scares me.
I think Gabriel is.
As he smiles.
Just, I think Gabriel is just trying to hold back laughter as you said that.
Well then, I don't want to waste any more of your time, and I hope that you're not going to waste mine. So, any last questions before I respectfully, unless you want to, as he gestures to the pit. Is there any last questions? As he just smiles at all of you.
Is there an easy way to reach you once I've gotten in contact with my friend? Or should we just drop on by?
Any of you got a piece of paper real quick?
Gabriel takes out his notepad and kind of rips out a page and gives him his pen as well.
Cheers. As he takes the pen and the piece of paper and he writes down a number and hands it to Lana.
Oh, now you're...
This is the number to my ghoul.
Yeah.
We can set up a meeting through her. And I do hope the meeting does go well, because I'm not trying to bully people that don't deserve it. As he smiles.
Yeah, I hope
that'll
it's
come
just a misunderstanding that we can iron out quickly.
Can you just quickly notify me, though? Is she one of us, or is she mortal?
She is like us.
Clan.
Has Has she ever said to not talk about what clan she is?
No.
Mhm.
She has, the only time that she has said to never bring up her clan is if you meet a Sabbat member.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Alannah will think for a second and go, Samitsi.
I think you see Bane just like look a little in shock and just like nods for a second, almost like just taking that in. Just goes, huh. A dragon at my doorstep and I don't even know. Now I definitely want to meet her.
Well, I'll set up the meet.
Please do. As you do see, there's a small smile on his face. Anything else? As he looks to the other three.
Well, after nearly having a heart attack, which is intriguing for a dead guy, give me a minute, but I'd really like to go a couple rounds. It's been a while since I've had someone to spar with.
Yeah, I wish I was any good at fighting with just my hands.
Well,
We
I mean,
can
if you stick
train
around
you.
here long enough, you might pick up something.
I'm not good at fighting, period.
We can train you if you would like.
I might come by at some point. Who knows?
Hey, the offer's on the table. Since, well, you four are all right. So,
Yeah, not sure. Not particularly fond of just stabbing people, so I might have to learn how to fight with my hands a bit more.
you know how to wield a blade?
I'm passable.
All right. Well, anytime Alexander, upper floors are to deal with the Dustborn as well as the mortals. But down here is where the full bloods come to play. As he just smiles.
Oh, don't worry, I won't embarrass your friends.
No worries. I'm just warning you so you don't lose your unlife. Since down here, disciplines can get used.
Huh. Good to know.
But for
I
now,
figured it'd probably be better if I start fighting a little bit down here, because in case others have ideas kind of like yours, I might end up having to fight more people that are older than me.
it's always a good thing to pick up a skill that contains your hands. As he smiles and just puts one of his hands into a fist in front of his face.
Listen, just keep in mind, if shit goes too south, my plan is still on the table.
And what's that? Stabbing them?
Running.
I mean,
Running with extra steps.
it's always a fair option. With extra steps. What do you mean by that?
Well, let's just say, if all goes well, we won't be the only ones running. We'll just be the only ones in control of ourselves.
I mean, that's fair enough. Alexander, you said you wanted to go through a few rounds, yes?
Yes, sir.
You see him put his 2 fingers up to his mouth, just giving a sharp whistle, just saying, Jess!
And like almost as if she was waiting for her call, she just busts through the door. Yeah.
Want to go one-on-one with this guy? As he gestures to Alex.
Are you sure?
Don't break him.
I mean, if you don't, I will.
All right. I mean,
As he points at her and just says, "No disciplines."
Solomon, was that scarf in character?
Oh yeah.
Ivy just looks over at him. What, do you think I can't do it?
You can be full of surprises sometimes.
Helps keep me alive.
same no weapons rule.
He looks at Alex and says, "You want to use a weapon?"
I don't, but if she wants to.
I guess it's ladies do as they please. As he just looks at Jess.
I'll be nice to him tonight. I won't use a weapon. All right, pretty boy. Get in the ring.
He will go ahead and hop on into the ring.
Okay. So, with situations like this where we are doing non-lethal combat, we're going to do what is called a three roll and out. So we are going to do 3 rounds of combat, and then depending on the success rate, that'll determine a quote-unquote winner.
Makes sense to me.
Just because I don't feel like killing a player 2 sessions in.
Makes sense.
So, what we are going to do is, what is your wits and dex combined?
Wits and dex combined is 5.
5? Okay. I will let you go first. So declare your action and roll your dice. As these two get into the ring to duke it out.
Bane will offer seats to the rest of the chucklefucks, since they don't want to be called a coterie.
I don't know if we're aware of that word yet.
I don't think so either. He just calls you
I
chuckle.
think Ivy said it. It was after everybody had gone.
Okay.
But yeah, he offers seats to everyone.
Thank you, Bane. And if you ever need some medical help in the future, I would be more than happy to lend a hand for the right price. Kind of does a little wicked smile as he says that.
Good to know. I'll definitely keep that in mind, Gabriel, as well as your friend, as he just smiles at your monkey.
All right. So, first round. What would Alexander like to do? Keep in mind your compulsion.
Right. At the moment, he is trying to fight that compulsion to just run or try to get away from any particular threat, because he knows he's actually getting into a dangerous situation. He's trying to more channel the fight rather than the flight. So he is going to, even like, as soon as they're both in the ring, and if there's like a gate that closes to keep them in, it's not going to wait for any bell to be rung or anything. He is just charging right at her to basically shoulder check her as hard as he can, because he knows that she's full-blooded, and he knows that he can choose to not hold back.
All right. So feel free. Give us a. We'll do strength and brawl.
Okay.
You are free to rouse the blood to add an extra die to your roll. You would do the roll first and then do the rouse. And remember that if you rouse that blood, you get that die to that dice pool for the entirety of the scene.
I think because he's going up against someone who's full-blooded, he will rouse his blood.
Okay.
3 successes, and I will go ahead and do the rouse. I do not get hungrier.
Wonderful. So you get that extra die for the rest of the scene?
Yep.
So yeah, she doesn't dodge out of the way. She allows you to connect that first punch. And you get her in the nose pretty good. She wipes off like a little bit of blood that would kind of drip down, smile, and say, "Huh, you're pretty good for a newbie."
Oh, come on. You can go worse than that.
Oh. All right. Yeah, I can. And she is going to go ahead and hit you back. All right. We'll do that plus and she rolled for some reason her hunger die didn't. Okay, yeah. So she rolled 4 successes. So she manages to get you right back in the face, and you feel a slight click of your jaw as she gets you right in like the corner of your mouth, like right where your chin and like the tip of your on the tip of your lips kind of like stand parallel to one another.
I get you.
Yeah.
Alexander's just going to like take that and then look like he's stumbling back a little bit and then just surge forward and just bring the side of his head down to try to hit right where he punched the first time again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Four successes.
Very nice. Again, having a bit more pep in your step this time. And you're taking away the 2 dice from your paranoia?
Yes, with the rouse, it would only be a -1.
Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, you manage to get her in the face again, and her smile grows even wider. Finally, somebody's actually kind of managing to match her par for the course. She'll go ahead and give another punch, this time in your chest. Kind of set you back, make you stumble just a little bit. Two. So it is a tie, and so whoever wins this last round of combat wins the entire fight. So go ahead and make your last roll.
Alrighty.
Can I cheer for him to hype him up?
I imagine you guys are probably doing that anyway. Because Bane's definitely watching this with interest.
Yeah,
So-
Ivy's more curious than hyping.
Cadaver is going ape shit right now. He's mobbing it.
All right, so he will stumble back a little bit and just like get down to one knee, then look up with a big like feral grin on his face and charge and full on just go for a drop kick, going all out.
All right.
And I'm actually going to re-roll 2 of those with the willpower.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh.
damn it.
All right.
Still 3, not bad.
Matching your energy, she's going to do the exact same thing. I imagine that this is kind of like a clash between the two of them. The two of them now just kind of going at it fully 100%. She is also going to spend a point of willpower to reroll that.
Yep.
Because matching energies.
Ooh.
Significantly better.
Oh, that's more than 3 successes too.
Yeah, I think at that point that's probably sending
That's a total of 7 successes, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So,
Yeah.
that last round, the two of you just run at each other. You go for an uppercut, but she's able to intercept you and bring your hand down. And she uses that as kind of a leverage as she blocks your hand out of the way to go in and get a really good punch right, almost like right underneath your left breast, and it kind of knocks the wind out of you and sends you back. Knocking you right on your ass. She looks down at you, kind of dusts off her nails. You're not bad. You look like you got a little bit of a Macon in you. Nice.
Alexander just is like wheezing but also laughing at the same time as the wind comes back to him. He's just like, yeah, one who bit me was, well, Gruha.
Oh, yeah. Bruja.
And he's just going to kip up.
Yeah,
Well, now I want to get into the ring.
Don't know if that's the kind of fighting that you want to do, Ivy.
I mean, if you want to go in the ring, as he just smiles at you.
As I said before, I don't want to die again. I guess you went there. Sorry. Long day.
Mm-hmm.
Been a long...
Are you alright?
Yeah. It's a lot. There's been a lot happening these past couple of days.
Alright. Well, you have a safe haven under my walls and my roof.
Thank you again.
He just nods.
It was really nice to meet all of you. And Alex. She writes down on she takes out like a little card and writes down a number and hands it over to you. If you ever want to get in the ring again, call me.
No, I'm surprised you hadn't done that already.
He'll just looked over to Ivy, hearing that, and just wink.
Well,
She does hand out a number a lot, though. As he just smiles.
excuse me, sir. I'm gonna kick your ass next.
I mean, you do hand out cards for the Iron Maiden, so am I wrong? As he smiles.
Not my number.
I mean,
I'm not the one getting stalked if somebody gets a little bit too obsessive with the Iron Maiden. So, needless to say, very nice to meet the four of you. If any of y'all need anything, any help, he's got my number. I'm sure that he is able to share it if he wants. We checked the parcel. It's a note in Russian.
of course it fucking is. Okay.
I did see something about Adidas and you owing him a pair of shoes.
You can just
Yeah.
translate the message. Not difficult.
You speak Russian?
No, but I have the internet.
I don't trust Google Translate.
I mean, sure, you might not get a perfect understanding, but you'll be able to get the vague meaning of the message at the very least.
Yeah, fair. I like this one. She's smart. They're smart. I like her hair too. It's blue. Sorry.
Yes, it is.
She has a little bit of the ADHD as he like taps and puts a hand on Jess's shoulder.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
I mean, you've tried.
I've succeeded. Anyway, this isn't about me. Goodbye. I'm gonna go and write to a very upset Russian man, explaining to him that we will get him his fucking shoes.
Good luck. I'm gonna go make a phone call.
Pleasure to meet you all. And she'll salute the four of you, flip Bane off, and then walk upstairs.
He matches her energy. And then looks back at the group. Firecracker, that one. What a good song.
I like her.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
So do I. As he smiles, like you can tell he probably enjoys pissing her off.
So, you wanted to make a phone call, Alannah?
Yes, I'm gonna give the shop a call and hope that Ariana's still in.
All right. The shop rings once. The phone rings twice. Rings the third time. Thank you for calling the Skull and Sage. This is Ariana. How may I help you?
Hey, it's me.
Oh, hi. How's everything going?
I have made contact with this Bane fellow, and he is open for a discussion. So yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance that you can keep the shop.
Oh my god, that's fantastic. That is wonderful. That is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's a baron.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He owns the new gym, the Iron Maiden.
Oh. Okay. Wonderful. Well, whenever he's ready to meet up and discuss, I have been very nervous all night about it. Just tell him, give him my contact information, do whatever it takes. Just please, I cannot. Alannah, I cannot lose this shop.
I know, and I tried to stress that without saying those exact words. But he doesn't seem like a complete asshole, so that's good. I have his number. I can send it to you, and it's kind of like I will figure something out, set something up, and we'll get it figured out.
Okay. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you. Tell your friends that they now have a minor boon from Ariana. Not that means much, but a favor's a favor.
I will. And yeah, I'll let you know as soon as we've got something set up, and we'll figure it out.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And
I love the shop, and I don't want it to go anywhere either.
I don't. Hopefully, it's nothing that can't be talked over. It would be a shame if I had to go to drastic measures to keep my business intact.
It would be a shame, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I have a client coming in soon, and he is providing dinner. So,
Yes. Do you need me to swing by later? Or anything you need?
if you would like to swing by, I would love to see you.
Sure. Yeah. I can swing by before heading home. Last time I have to study books.
Tell your friends, by the way, I have a couple of packages that were delivered at the shop. I don't know why they're using my address as a place to deliver goods. We're gonna have some words about that, but I have one for Ivy and one for Gabriel.
Okay. Yeah. I will tell them. That's strange.
Yeah.
But have fun with your client.
Oh, don't worry. I will. All right. I will talk to you later.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
Yeah, I'll drop by before heading home.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Much love. All right. Bye-bye. And then she hangs up the phone.
Then I'm gonna go back in, and if everybody's still hanging out in the the basement or whatever, and just feeling like, well, a group of chucklefucks have earned yourselves a boon.
I'm guessing not me included.
It depends on how you play your cards.
I am intrigued to meet this Ariana.
Yeah, she said to set anything up. Are you free tomorrow night?
I should be free. Yes. Unless something comes up.
Well, I guess we'll be by then to figure things out. Also, Gabriel, Ivy, you have packages at the shop for some reason. Please don't do that again.
What? I wasn't expecting a packet.
Well, you got
Neither
one.
was I.
Well, I guess
Ariana's shop.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
we'll
I mean, I
have to
I
have
guess
a look.
if it's not on purpose, that's
No,
strange.
I have a home.
But you didn't tell anyone to deliver a package to the shop.
No.
No.
Well, we should probably go figure out what's up with those.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Sounds like you guys have a problem that you need to go fix. So, I'm going to very politely kick you out as he smiles.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Understandable.
Yeah, we'll see you around.
All right.
Thank you again.
He just nods at everyone. Just like give them like a wave off. As he will just turn around and head towards the office where you saw Tan.
The four of you are now left alone in this cage match room with two of you having packages delivered to a residency that does not belong to you, and a lingering fear for some, maybe a hint of excitement for others. We are going to call it here for the evening.